What to do if you're stuck with a motor mouth. We all know what a motor mouth is. Somebody who just can't stop talking. Usually always about themselves or something they are interested in, never about us introverts. As an introvert, we come into contact with these motor mouths all the time. I think they seek us out because they want a captive audience. So many times in my life, I have run across a motor mouth and I see the look in his eyes or her eyes where, oh my God, this guy's quiet. I can talk. Motor mouths love the sound of their own voice. They love to talk and they talk and they talk and they keep talking. And here are a few tips to deal with them so you don't get like stuck with them. Sometimes I feel like, I've been hit with a laser or something, and I'm just kind of transfixed and stuck and nodding my head, for 15 minutes while they rattle on and on about themselves. So here are a few tips. Number one, never ask them to follow up on something about themselves. Like, let's say a motor mouth is going on and on about his trip to New York City. You don't want to say, well, what part of town did you stay in? Because that's going to open up a whole new area of yippity yap for them to talk about. Nod occasionally. Don't nod too much because that also encourages them when you're nodding. Just occasionally, maybe give it something like this. But you don't ask them follow up questions about what they're yapping about. Talk about yourself. That's going to slow them down a little bit. For example, if the motor mouth is saying, "Yeah, we stayed on the Lower East Side and we ate at this pizza place called Scar's Pizza. It's the best pizza I've ever seen." Instead of saying, "Really, what kind of pizza did you have?" which opens up, a whole new uh, topic for them to yap about. You say, I really like Bingo Pizza here in my town. It's really good. We went there the other night. It has like double cheese and the sausage was fantastic. Now, the motor mouth is not going to really hear you because they're so focused on themselves, but it's going to slow them down a little bit. So, my first tip is don't ask them to elaborate on what they're yapping about. Number two, bring yourself into it because that they will have no interest in what you're having to say, and it will just kind of um, put the brakes on their 100 mile an hour talking rant. Number three, you're going to have to interrupt these people. You're going to have to occasionally interrupt, or else you will be standing there like this for 30 minutes. So you interrupt not rudely but forcefully. And when you start interrupting, they're going to keep talking. Just get ready for that. But you keep talking too, and then finally they'll start to realize, hey, that person I'm yapping to is talking, and they're going to have to slow down a little bit and hear what you have to say. So just keep talking through their yippity yap. And again, you're not rude, but if you don't interrupt, you're not going to be able to talk. So interrupt kind of gently and just start talking about yourself, and they will at least stop talking for the time being. One caveat: don't tell them that they talk too much. I made that mistake one time. This guy I knew just talked, and I was just very annoyed that day. I was in a bad mood, and I said, "Dude, man, you talk too much." And he was crestfallen. He was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, man." And I just remembered, I hurt his feelings basically. And so you don't want to do that. You don't want to, because these motor mouths are not necessarily bad people. They just talk too much. And being an introvert, you're stuck with them sometimes. But just go easy on them. Just use the tips that I just talked about, and try to be friends with these people. They're not bad people, but you can't let them hold you hostage.